Welcome to Utility Unit. For those of you who don't know, we recommend life simplifying Chrome extensions to you. Wholesome, useful extensions that are all updated and personalized with no current glitches or side effects. Today we're going to describe what you can install to make your typing experience easier on Chrome. Here's the first extension on our list for today. But before we get started, let me start by asking you a question. Don't you get annoyed when you see an image of words like this instead of plain text that you could just copy off and paste somewhere in a text box? The DocSumo OCR solves this problem by extracting text from images on your screen on command. You may either select the whole screen or just part of the screen to convert into text. And then the text is selected right in front of you to edit, translate, copy, share, or whatever you plan to do with it. This software is very accurate from my experience. You'll need to reload the page before using it, but it's worth it, trust me. Our next extension, keyboard.cool, is indeed cool. As I always say, guys, great extensions are customizable and flexible. They work wherever and whenever you want them to and provide you with a lot of options to choose from. And this is exactly what Keyboard Cool does. The idea is simple. Your actual keyboard can't provide you with all the emojis and symbols you need to type out here and there all the time. That's why you install keyboard.cool and pin it on your toolbar. As you can see, the emojis come in two styles and there are no restrictions on the emoji versions available either. So even if your software is outdated, you can still choose compatible keys to make use of through this extension. Plus, you also get to select your emoji skin tone like you would on a normal smartphone or tablet. I really appreciate this because these aspects are often standardized and fixed for the users by other emoji providers. However, here you actually get to choose it. But that's not all that's cool about it. It's super easy to use because you can just copy off your recents and the emojis are organized into different sections. So if you're like looking for an emoji or emoji section, you could just search it up here. They've got all emojis you need and you can just hover over an emoji if you're confused about its meaning. You can click to copy it and just right click if you want to view its technical details. If you're seeking for something classier than an emoji, including math operators, Latin letters, special symbols, or even white space, then they'll expand the box so you can find whatever you need. All possible codes are offered. They even provide a variety of fonts and text effects. Never seen this large of a range anywhere. Our third extension is Clipboard History Pro. When on, this extension requires the last 150 items you copied so you won't lose any of those when you copy a new one. You could just recopy them to your immediate clipboard by clicking on it. And just search it up if you can't find it straight away. The content of course makes clipboard history worth pinning to a toolbar for easy access. On top of that, the extension tells you when you copied the item and when it was last used. And hovering over the link icon shows the website from which it was copied. The character length is also stated here. When I judge something is not important enough to be stored under clipboard history, I can also delete it in just one click. That's how rapid it is. If I want to store it in the cloud, this is the icon I'll click on. And if I want it synced across all my devices with Cloud Pro, this is the button I'll click. Conversely, if I want to save an item forever, I could just star it so it gets stored under my favorites tab. It can be helpful to have a copy of your full address and ready-made email templates under favorites, for example, so you don't need to type them out again and again. By the way, you may have noticed that starred items can't be deleted unless unstarred. Isn't that an amazing safety measure? I may edit a copy and assign tags to it to put it in the same group as other related items. An edited version may also be saved as a new item aside from the original copy, as you can see here. You can choose to show white space or break words and even select your font size. This icon indicates that this text has been modified and the tags will come beside it when you see it under the actual list. If you forgot a bit too many items, you can always export them, and merging them in bulk is just as possible if you want to combine them into one. Now it's time for the bonus features. You can back them up, you may add your own text, and screenshot part or all of the page. For more advanced features like password locks, just upgrade to Pro. If you use clipboard history to save repetitive text templates, the Smoothie extension might be a better alternative for that. You name each piece of repetitive content, so every time you type this name out somewhere, you have the option to replace it with this content right here. What's even cooler is that you have your text predicted. You choose the text you'd like to insert from the alternatives, and you don't necessarily have to select the entire suggestion. You could just select the part that you need. It works on every side, but in case it doesn't, you can always open the Smoothie editor and copy your text from there. Overall, Smoothie is amazing. I just wish they had a more intuitive choice of hotkeys to make operations more direct though. Time to reveal my favorite extension, voice typing. As the name suggests, it's a voice to text converter. As you can see, there are like a range of languages available here for you to dictate in, so you don't necessarily have to be an English speaker to use this extension. There's also a bunch of voice commands, and it makes life easier for you because you don't have to use your hands at all. For example, when you say new line, voice typing will insert a new line for you. When you say undo or redo, they'll do that for you. Very easy. My favorite feature is custom commands because this one is so personalized. You can edit this list anytime. When you say something of your choice, they'll type what you want. And you can add your own commands whenever you want. So for example, I use the pound symbol all the time, so I'll just write this in here, and now the voice typing extension will type out the pound symbol whenever I utter the word pound. Text expander is another cool feature. It's very useful when you need to repeat writing the same thing again and again. So for example, if you're a marketer and you have to give written introductions of yourself to so many people at all times of the day, you can't bother rewriting your introduction again and again to different people, right? So that's where this text expander comes in. The idea is very simple. Basically, when you just type out a short text and you ask voice typing to expand that text, they will replace that short text with an expanded form. So for example, if you have to give out your introductions again and again, you may just add it. Just type in intro on the text box and write in the expanded version of that. And then whenever you write the word intro and say expand intro, voice typing will replace intro with this text. It's such a shortcut way of doing things. The reason I keep saying that voice typing takes voice typing to a whole nother level is because it also lets you to type emojis. Just look at its emoji collection, okay? If you just say emoji and an emoji's name, they'll just type out that emoji for you. And you don't necessarily have to put it on your toolbar. You can just use the mic button. That's what it's for, you know? It will pop up on your screen like this. You can just switch it on and off and just drag it around to a convenient place. Wow, it interpreted that too. Which of these is your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. Until next time!